Good morning. My name is Todd Rego with Nova Home Loans. I'm with my business partner Kirk Weimer, and lucky to be joined by two of our business partners, Rike Palese from Remax and Chouinard. We wanted to kind of just get a feel what you guys are seeing in the market right now. I mean, I think things have been changing of late. What's your take on it?
Well, I was talking to Todd this morning that when we were looking at houses last night, we looked at one in Denver. It's been on the market a little over a week, and they just lowered the price $25,000 after 1 week on the market.
Gee, who weren't seeing it all forever.
Ever,
Yeah.
especially in Denver proper. That if the house went on the market on a Thursday, I mean, they had 5 offers by Friday and 20 by Sunday. So the agent texted me while we were looking at the property last night. She's like, "Hey, bring us an offer."
Give me feedback.
Right,
Yeah.
and I can't even remember the last
That's
time
a new one.
somebody said that. Right, so definitely a shift.
Yeah, definitely a shift in the market. And to Erica's point about price reductions, 25% of the listings in the market last week had a price reduction on them.
So dramatic
It's
change.
significant, yeah, significant, because that number for so long has been next to nothing.
I mean, don't you think, I mean, there's a lot of driving factors, but I think some of it has to do with the interest rates. I mean, there's people being priced out of the market. Or
Yeah,
some
definitely.
fatigue, I think, right?
Yep, and a few buyers are just, because of all the fluctuations in the interest rate market, the stock market, those types of things, some buyers are just taking a wait and see and pulling back a little bit.
Sure. Would you say there's some opportunity in the market though, because of demand cooling a little bit and supply hopefully increasing a bit, as it typically does, this time of year with heading into the summer with busiest buying, selling time of year typically?
I would say yes. I mean, it's less about opportunity and more about the simple fact that there were too many buyers
Right.
and not enough homes.
Right.
And so now the goal for everyone is they just want to buy a house. So the opportunity now is you can buy a house and you're not necessarily competing against all these people and riding that emotional roller coaster of you've written an offer on Saturday, you don't hear anything until Tuesday, you're all deflated, and then you're hoping for more inventory to come on the market so you have something else to choose from.
Sure.
Also, buyers have in the past, year, maybe even 2 years, been settling for a house.
Right.
It was just, I want to buy something.
Get in.
Get
Yeah.
in the market.
Right.
Get into the market. And it wasn't, our role has always been advisory, guiding them into what it means to purchase their single largest investment they get to live in.
Right.
So, we would sit down and ask, what are you looking for? The basics, 3-bed, 2-bath, et cetera, et cetera. And then we would always ask, well, what is your wish list? You want to be close to parks or schools or all those things. That kind of all went out the window.
Right.
And it was more just, gosh, if we could find something in our price range, we will buy it. Well, that's not necessarily fun.
No. Yeah.
It's just a business decision.
Sure.
And so now we kind of get to have that emotional connection with the property again.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you're talking about demand outweighing supply, and really that's what we're seeing. The big buzzword right now, market mover, is the I word, inflation.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
what causes inflation is some simple economics when
You
the
bet.
demand outweighs the supply.
Right.
So we see that in the housing market, and that's also what's really driving the financial markets as well. So hopefully, and actually related to that with interest rates and inflation really being the driver there. Some clarification. I think a lot of people hear the headlines about the Fed raising rates.
Right.
And,
necessarily mean anything in
and
mortgages.
a lot of
Right.
confusion, and that's
Yes.
exactly right. That the Fed is absolutely not raising mortgage rates. They're raising the Fed funds rate, which is short-term rates.
Your car loans, your credit cards.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think a lot of people just don't make that
Yeah,
connection.
so they hear the Fed raised rates by half a point, and they think mortgage rates went up by half a point, which is absolutely not true. And the reason the Fed's raising rates is to cool inflation.
Right.
So these Fed rate hikes actually eventually will help mortgage rates come back down lower. So.
Well, I think also you who have been in this business for a long time, it's perspective. We're
It
in the fives
totally
right now.
is.
You know what I mean? The
That's
five
still
is a
free
heck of a
money.
rate. Yeah, exactly.
I
We've
have
come out
my-
of this unusual, weird time over the last couple of years. 5-something% interest rate is a darn good rate.
It is.
So
I think
it's
my first
perspective.
mortgage was 16%. I don't know what I was thinking when I made that purchase, but that's
Hopefully the
just-
house price was a little bit lesser
That's
too,
just
right?
what it was,
Yeah.
and that's what you did. But yeah, 5-6%, that is still a phenomenal rate.
Well, I still think at the end of the day, it's a great time to buy, right? You and I were talking about that. And there's more opportunity right now than there may have been 6 months ago or a year ago.
Yeah, there's not the 25, 30 offers on a property, there might be 1 or 2 or 3, and there aren't the million showings. There, are fewer showings. So it's just a little bit of relief for people.
Hey, thanks again for coming in, guys. Enjoyed the talk. As again, great time to buy. If you guys need any help with financing, you can reach out to the Rego Group, or these guys at Remax will take great care of you. So thanks again.
Thanks.